So now let's move to the next fight, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see how deceptive this man is? I mean, it's remarkable how deceptive he is. So, ladies and gentlemen, next up we got Tom McClintock versus Mucus.
Welcome to my party. We're just getting started.
Now, the US dollar has lost 85% of its value since the 70s when the dollar decoupled from gold. And the government seems bent on continuing the tradition. From now until after the next election, the government can print as much money as they want. And this means one thing: the security of your future and your family's future is all in your hands. Make sure that you freeze the value of the wealth that you're holding by investing in Noble Gold Investments. There's always risk of investments and there's no guarantee of any kind. However, gold is the one asset that is proven to withstand recession, inflation, and just about all economic threats. Noble Gold Investments is here to help you if you want to invest in gold. You'll also get a 24 karat, 1/4 ounce gold standard coin for free. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com right now. That is noblegoldinvestments.com, or simply dial 1-877-646-5347. It's the only gold company that I trust. What's going on, everyone? Real quick, I want y'all to do me a favor. I want y'all to go ahead and text this number and then make sure you just type in MAGA so you can stay in touch with me and you can receive direct text messages from me to let you know whenever I upload a standalone video or I'm about to go live. The number is 330-974-4607. That's 330-974-4607. You do that, this way we can give YouTube a black eye when they don't feel like sending out notifications, trying to hold a brother down because he's brown, foot in my back because I'm black. Lucky I ain't into identity politics. Now let's get to this video. But this one's going to get physical too. Ding!
Mr. Secretary, what is the maximum number of illegal migrants you believe we should admit into this country?
Congressman, it is our responsibility to enforce the laws that Congress has passed, and that is indeed what we are doing. Individuals who do not have...
So is there a limit? Yes or no?
Congressman, individuals who make a claim for relief under our laws and who do not succeed...
You've already...
Oh, my goodness. I mean, these are some beautiful tactics, man, these cats are coming out with. And the sad part, man, is it's beautiful as Mucus is getting exposed and beat to death without some follow-up action. First of all, I'm mad that all of America aren't seeing this. Because, see, these are things that are going on right up under so many Americans' noses, and they have no idea. They find out when they take their kid to enroll them in kindergarten, and most of the kids in there speak another language. That's when they find out, wait a minute, so my kid got to learn Spanish or, some other language instead of them learn. Okay, so it's more than them in the classroom than us. And don't get me wrong, I have nothing against people that speak Spanish. I have nothing against people from other countries. But when you allow illegal immigrants to come over here as a strategy, and it changes the whole demographics, it puts the burden on the teachers. My friend from Atlanta, her first year teaching, she had to learn Spanish because she had more Hispanic kids in her room. These weren't organic Spanish kids that just was born in Atlanta, in Georgia. These were kids that came from illegal immigration. But now she's burdened with having to learn Spanish rather. So these are the things that's going on in these hearings that a lot of American citizens, if they heard how crazy what these folks are doing and how big this dude is lying, maybe they might think twice before they go out and vote for these folks. So now he's asking, well, what's the limit? But here's Mucus. I am honoring the current laws, and you changed them, Mucus. You went ahead and said, let's go ahead and kind of redefine what asylum means. Let's do that. Let's make it real easy. So here we go.
He released more than 2.1 million illegal immigrants into this country since you took office. That's a population the size of the state of Nebraska. While the Border Patrol has been consumed by taking names and changing diapers at the border, 1.5 million known gotaways have illegally entered the country as well. That's an additional illegal population the size of the state of Hawaii. So once again, I would ask you, what is the limit, or is there one?
Oh my goodness, who is this man again? So you see what he just did? Just real quick, he took off that boxing glove and he grabbed Mucus by the back of his head and stuffed his face right in that doo-doo pie he laid. He treated him like a puppy. That's what he did. He said, no, I want you to see exactly what you've done. Don't you be trying to run away, grab him by the back of that neck, drag him over there to the middle of the ring and say, you see this doo-doo? You see that? I don't care how much you scream and kick and shake your head. Look at this. Look at it. Smell it. Inhale it, Mucus. So 2 million something already in. That's not including no getaways. What's the limit, Mucus? Is it open-ended? Is there a limit? Should we just go ahead and tell all of South America, come on, everybody, why not? Let's get it over with quick. Huh? Instead of lying about it and trying to slow drip it, because that's what they okay with. See, there's no limit unless folks from South America and other places start coming in here and saying, we don't like the way the Democrats are trying to implement Marxism. That right there will get them all sent back. See, let them come over here and stop working for under minimum wage. You know, stop working for that. Where they start saying, we want to get Americanized. We want the American dream. We're sick of working on on peach farms and, doing all the stupid labor that a lot of Americans don't want. We don't want that no more. We want the big ones, the big rides, like Chevy Chase and over there with National Lampoon's Vacation. I'm sick of the little rides, the big ones, the big ones. He had to shoot John Candy with that BB gun right in his butt. The big ones. So they come over here and they start wanting some of this, the big ones, and start saying, you know what? We kind of like it over here in America. We don't want to become a globalist country. We don't want dictators running our country. We don't want these folks stifling how much money we can make. What we want is the American dream. And the Democrat Party seems to not want that. So since you're going to let us vote now, we're going to all start voting for Republicans. Watch how quick all these policies that they've implemented fall apart. Watch how quick these people will start saying it's not about the melting pot. It's not about the people coming here for a better life. It's about structure and then a law of order. They would immediately go back to that. So here he is pretty much trying to, divert. It's not about the number. It's about the current law and this and that. Basically, how many want to come. That's it. Here it is. It could be 1 billion for all he cares.
Congressman, last year we expelled or removed approximately 1.4 million people who did not have a legal basis to remain in the United States, the largest number in recent history.
Well, actually, you testified that 72,000 illegal migrants were removed in 2022. But in 2019, there were 267,000 removals. So removals are down under your administration by more than 75%. Meanwhile, in 2019, there were 458,000 border encounters, yet under your policies, we're now up to 2.3 million encounters.
Good grief. Boy, Mucus. This man I think he has a rubber face. Nobody could take this amount of straight punches unblocked like this man can. Unblocked. Every punch is landing. These people come in knowing the stats. They already know what Mucus is going to do, y'all. The border crosses are down. They're hoping that these people don't know really what's happening. When you throw out these things like the border crossings are down, legal crossings are down. Why are they down? Are they down just because people are deterred and stop coming? Is that it? Or are they down because you set up an alternative way into our country that doesn't fall into the category of an illegal crossing? Huh? Is that what it is, Mucus? So these numbers aren't real numbers. These stats that you're trying to boast aren't real stats. You are creating other pathways and other options, so it will make those stats look less. But then over here, all of a sudden, all these asylum claims have shot up for some reason. I mean, that's crazy. So you get a legal crossing going down because you say, don't cross illegally. Y'all ain't even got to do that. Listen, here's an app. All y'all got to do is go on this app and say, hey, we're coming. We want to meet the Border Patrol at the point of entries that you set up so that all of us could come in and then y'all don't have to say we illegally crossed. See how that works, guys? So now all of a sudden border crossings are down, the legal ones, that is.
That's 5 times as many. So while encounters were up 5 times, removals are down by 75%. How do you account for this?
Because he's not removing people. He's corrupt. So you get all these encounters, 2-point-something million encounters, but yet the removals go down. How's that work? What that says to me is that all of these people you're encountering are coming over here and staying. That's what that says to me, Mucus. But here you are touting some raggedy stats.
Congressman, a few points. Number one,
Fighting back.
our approach of expanding lawful pathways for people to reach the border and delivering consequences for those who arrive at our border irregularly is working.
How? Yeah, it's working for the Democrats and their agenda. So let me say the two things. The new approach that we have to allow people to come here for asylum is working, and those that it's working for you guys. What it is doing, Mucus, is it is encouraging, just like y'all designed it to do. It is encouraging all of these people from all of these countries, not just South America. We're talking all over the globe. It's encouraging them to come here and use this system that you created to get into our country, you fool. This dude is a traitor to the country, man, along with Biden, all of them. These folks have manipulated that system to bring in God knows who. That's why I'm okay with watching Mucus get beat to death in the ring.
Number has dropped. You will also recall, Congressman, that last year,
whoa.
Title 42,
Yeah,
the Public Health Authority, was in place, and under that authority, we could not remove individuals, but expel them.
Again, I'm short on time. You announced the CBP One app this year. It allows migrants to bypass the southern border and enter directly into the United States at ports of entry. This program began with up to 1,000 illegal migrants a day. It's been amped up to as many as 1,500 a day. That's more than 540,000. That's the population equivalent of adding a new state of Wyoming every single year.
Wow. Is Mucus aware of those numbers? You think he did those numbers? Of course he did. If we create this raggedy app, this way we can lie to the public and tell them that illegal crossings are down, while this fake legal crossing system that we put in place will allow us to pack all of these illegal immigrants into our country. So you come up with an easier process that will increase illegal immigrants coming into our country, and in 1 year, the size of Wyoming. Where are these people going? You think they're going to Mucus's neighborhood? You think they're going to show up at Martha's Vineyard? We saw what happened when they did that. You think they're going to go into President Biden's, that bootleg raggedy president that they stuffed in there? Think they're going to get shipped over to his crib? No. These folks will get shipped all over the country, but it won't be in their neighborhood. So y'all see the system that he consciously created just for this. And now he's been exposed. The man in that ring right there is laying out and exposing Mucus's horrific technique and style. I see what you're doing, man. See, this is the best way to deal with the left, is exposing their real motives and intentions. That's how you do it. You don't want to fix this problem, Mucus. You want it to be broke. So no need to get in here talking about we're doing the best we can. We are trying to make sure that, no, you're not. You're doing everything to make sure it goes just like it's going, because your actions show something totally different. When Democrats get up there and talk about racism and discrimination all the time, and they say, we're doing this to unite everybody and to fight against racism. No, you're not. You're using that to divide the country and to make folks angry with each other and be bickering so that you can garnish votes based off of fake accusations of racism. That's how you expose them. See, never take the surface message. Always look what the sub message is. You're telling me this, but this is what you really mean. This is what you're really up to.
That's why the numbers are dropping. Instead of them coming in to the southern border, you're bringing them directly into ports of entry. So please don't dissemble. Now,
exposing Mucus right now needs a standing 8. There you go. That's why those numbers are dropping. You think we don't see that? You think you're going to get us with that sleight of hand? This is amazing. It's amazing. And I know Mucus is sitting there like, man, they're always one step ahead of me. Of course, because you're obviously corrupt. You're obviously lying to the American people. Dang on it. And you know what? And that's why this man's about to crush you like a jelly bean.
Got a very important concern for the people of my region. In January, a family of 6 people were executed in the rural town of Goshen. That's not far from my district. According to the Tulare County Sheriff, it was a cartel hit. The victims ranged from age 72 down to a 10-month-old who was shot in his mother's arms. 2 weeks ago, the FBI director warned us in this committee that the open border is a huge driver of cartel presence in the United States. Those were his words.
His words.
Huge driver. The Jalisco New Generation cartels now established hubs in Los Angeles, Denver, Phoenix, and Chicago.
Wow. How are these hubs getting here, Mucus? How are all these cartel members coming up in our country doing this? Could it be because you guys are also in business with the cartel? Now, what do I mean by that? All of your policies help the cartel. You know, you could solve this, Mucus, by starving them out. Huh? I mean, but if you did that, you wouldn't be getting your healthy dose of illegal immigrants. See, because what I don't understand is why Mucus is not able to make the connection between how all these illegal immigrants are getting here. Who do you think's bringing them, Mucus? If they can't get to our border for asylum without going through the cartel, what does that mean? That first of all, that means that they're not coming for asylum. That's the first thing it means, because you would not risk coming to America and being obligated to the cartel if you didn't have to. If there was just me trying to get away and I'm just wanting to make sure I make it to the next country because they're persecuting me over here in my country for my political or religious beliefs, you would stop at the next country. Why spend the 6 G's to get to America? Why risk being enslaved to the cartel or being killed or your family members being killed just to get to America when you could have solved that by just getting to the next country next to yours? But instead, let's blow through 4 or 5 other countries just to get to the border of America. Now, that's not telling you, Mucus, that the cartels is using this as a business? Huh. So you're just as responsible as the cartels because you act like you don't know what's going on that side of the border. How are these people getting here?
Millions have fled from Mexico to escape these conditions, and the cartels have followed them into the United States. So how long before we can expect the same kind of gun battles here as have become routine in Mexico?
Congressman, we are taking it to the transnational criminal organizations, the cartels that peddle in death and destruction to an unprecedented degree.
You need to take it to yourself, Mucus. You guys are peddling death and destruction and stuff. You guys are responsible for that. Don't blame the cartels. The cartels aren't the ones who lowered the standard to get into our country based on we're coming for fleeing gang violence. That's a new one. That's a new one, y'all. See, it used to be you had to come here and say, look, man, I'm fleeing from my country because either there's a war going on down there or I'm getting persecuted for my religious or my political beliefs. But now it's just I'm fleeing gang violence. Any excuse. Why are you here?
Let me see what the people told me to say. I'm coming here because gang violence and global warming, the climate change. How do you pronounce this? Climate change, coming for a better life. Wait, no, I wasn't supposed to say that. Okay, wait a minute.
Okay, whatever. What's your name again?
You tell me.
Well, it doesn't matter. Pick one.
Jose.
Okay, Jose, come on in. That's what's happening. That's how easy it is to get into our country at this point. Any excuse. Just reaching in a bag of excuses right there.
I'm going to reach in and see what comes out. I'm coming here because I want to help the indigenous people get back their land.
Okay, that's a good excuse. Come on in. Unbelievable.
Following the mass migration into this country. That's what the FBI director told us.
We have a number of lawful investigative actions and operations that are disrupting and dismantling those transnational criminal organizations.
Like what? We have now. You just heard him use one of the best offenses ever. Say, look, man. Even our FBI director said your policies, your border has strained the country, has made it more dangerous, allowed more of the cartel to come into the country. Folks getting murdered like this is Mexico up in here. Getting assassinated on our homeland, Mucus. But here's your response.
That we are working. We're taking it to the cartel somehow, but I cannot explain how. And if we were really taking it to the cartel, that means that the cartel would have less presence in America.
That's what that would mean, Mucus. That means the cartel would have less presence in America. We would have less fentanyl coming into America. See, you don't understand. When you're saying one thing and the results are going in a different direction, then how much are you taking it to them, man? I mean,
Stop playing Mucus. You play too much. Stop baby tapping us, okay? We all know we got a relationship. We provide a lot of illegal immigrants. And you will let us bring in all of our fentanyl into your country. And then if we have to follow up on some people who's not willing to pay, then it is what it is, okay? Now, you need some cocaine or anything for Hunter Biden, anything like that? We can get some of that too, okay? Okay, see. Okay, adios. See you next time at the border, man.
You got to be kidding me. So what are you doing when you say,
I'm taking it to him.
Director Ray also testified that we have no idea how many terrorists are among the 1.5
Terrorists?
million known gotaways that have entered under your policies, but that there's been a significant increase in terrorists apprehended at the border.
why is that, Mucus? Why is that? Could it be because you've sent a bullhorn out to the whole globe that if y'all can make it to South America, you can make it into America by coming straight up through the border with our new fancy app? Could it be that? This man needs to be impeached. He needed to be impeached a long time. In fact, soon as the Republicans took the House, they should have drawn up articles of impeachment for him, for Garlic. Because, see, the longer you take, the more damage is being done. The more damage is being done. Bringing him up here, exposing this dude every other month or so is doing nothing. They gathered enough data prior to taking back the House. I mean, I've seen these beatings been going down for the first 2 years. So now we're in year 3. How many more of these beatings and exposures need to take place before we just say, let's impeach this dude? What are we waiting on? The stats, everything, all of his policies. Pull the trigger, man.
When your administration abandoned Afghanistan, it released 5,000 terrorists that were being held at Bagram. 10 days later, one of them killed 13 U.S. Service members at Kabul airport.
Wow.
Ray said, we don't know where the other 5,000 are, but
No,
it's
no,
clear
no.
to me that we are in growing danger of a coordinated terrorist attack because of your policies. Have you given any thought to how you're going to explain yourself when that happens?
I won't have to explain myself because I'm corrupt and evil, and I'll come up here and still deny it and say it's not my fault. And these are the policies of the former administration and stuff like that.
So that is why this dude needs to be impeached. So you're telling me that we've lost track of 5,000 Afghanistans just wandering around the country? Just wandering around the country? Oh, man. Words can't describe how horrible this current administration is and how just disgusting they're treating our country and our citizens. They care nothing about our safety. They are doing everything like it's the first time they ever been in office. They don't understand protocols. They don't understand security. And yet they all do, which means that they are purposefully being sorry. That's what it is, man. And that's why I can't find the words without just coming out and saying something that I might regret.
Congressman, the safety and security of the American people is our highest priority. That is what is the genesis of the creation of the Department of Homeland Security.
Obviously, it is not your highest priority.
See, that's how you knock him out. That's how you knock that dude completely out the ring. Obviously, it's not. Everything that you're saying, the opposite is happening. You're telling me all of this gibberish.
We are fighting diligently. We're taking it to the cartel.
As the cartel gets stronger and makes more money,
We are fighting against
all of this crap, and everything gets worse. So that means you suck at your job. Hit that like button, share my videos. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure your notification buttons are turned on to all. Subscribe to my alternative channel just in case YouTube give me the slip or something. You'll know how to find me. Don't forget to check me out with all the podcasts and follow me on Rumble and the Jungle. All the links are listed below. If you want to donate to my channel, feel free. Those links are below as well.